Hi guys, Jay Jinendra, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. This is me, Samaysar Jain. If you had noticed my previous video, just before this one, which was misconceptions about the karmic theory, and this video I had made in that Simandar Bhagwan Jain Mandir at Vile Parle Jain Temple, inside that Jain library, and uh, after uploading that video, I actually realized that what was that second topic which I wanted to discuss in that video actually. So the second topic was learn to save your punya, or how to save your good karmas, how to save your punya karmas. So, and the reason why this topic I didn't make in that video was because, if you had noticed, while I was making that video, in the middle of my video, while I'm making the video, one man came and started speaking to me about that, that how long I'm going to be there in uh, how 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 much time will I need to complete my video, etc., all those things. So like, I'm sure that all of you also heard that I told him that, okay, like, maybe another 10 to 15 minutes, I told him. And actually, that person, he was just another common man who had come to visit the Jain temple and the Jain library. So one thing what I want to tell you is, see, next, I'm telling this mainly for that man, and mainly for that man, and this is a general message for all of you. Just before I start my video, so whenever you see whenever you see someone who is in an important meeting, making some YouTube videos, or let's say who are like, taking some online classes, uh, it is I'm not being rude here, but it is basic common sense. It is basic common sense that you should not go and speak to them and disturb them. The reason why I'm telling you this is, see, actually, as you can see below, this topic, which is learn to save your good karmas, okay? Learn to save your punya karmas. I wanted to make this video along with that video itself. But the reason I could not do it is, in the midst, during the middle of my video, uh, like all of you those who watched that topic, misconceptions about the karmic theory, during the midst of my video, that random man, he came and started speaking to me, and asking me questions like, okay, like, how much longer am I going to be here, etc., all that. So I just want to tell you that, please guys, it is common sense, it is basic common sense. When you see someone are doing an important YouTube video, when you see that someone are in a, let's say, if you see that someone are in some important online meeting, or let's say taking some online classes, you should not go and speak to them in between like that. You will be like distracting, their work actually. And that is what exactly happened. See, actually, remember that even remember in my previous video, I was telling that, okay, so what was the second thing I wanted to discuss. I was like taking time and trying to think for a while. So later, after I ended that video, and after I uploaded that video, then when I watched my own video, then I got to know that in the beginning I had mentioned that I'll be discussing the misconceptions about the karmic theory and how to save your punya karma, how to save your good karma. So the second topic was actually how to save your good karmas, which I'll be discussing in this video now. So that's it, guys. I mean, I don't want to waste too much time, but all I want to tell you is, you know, some people, due to lack of simple common sense, they happen to, like, I mean, okay, this was not something very serious. Okay, I was making my YouTube video, and there is, I mean, there is completely no harm. Okay, actually there was no harm for him to come and speak to me during my video. But the thing is, let's say, okay, luckily here I was just making my YouTube video for for the education of for the education of other people in regards to Jainism and the theory of karma. Okay, this is my personal YouTube channel, and I was making my own YouTube video. But let's say, for example, in my place, let's say some other person, some businessman, or let's say some CEO of a company, let's say he or she was doing some important online meeting. Let's say they might be doing some Zoom meeting, etc. Imagine during that time, if this person had gone and spoken to him or her, how much of distraction and how much of hampering would happen to that person's work. So all I want to tell you is, see, okay, there was nothing wrong for this man to come and speak to me. Nothing serious happened. Reason, because this is my personal reason being, my videos are my personal YouTube videos, meant for expressing myself to the world, and also sharing my knowledge about Jainism and many other various things about this world and life overall. So I did not mind too much, and in fact, even some of my relatives, मेरा कुछ रिश्तेदार, some of my relatives were also asking me that, hey Samay sir, who was that man who came and spoke to you while you're making the video? Does he not have any common sense not to come and speak to someone who are in the middle of doing a video? Even this question some of my relatives asked me, and so that I just told them that it's okay. He was some normal person. He had come there, and the thing was, he wanted to sit down there and listen to something in his phone. Okay, maybe Jain Pravachan only. I think he wanted to come there and sit down, and he wanted to listen to some Jain Pravachan in his phone using his earphones. So all that man was trying to tell was that that is it okay if he also came and sat in that room while I was making the video. So I mean that it is a Jain temple, and it is a Jain library. So I had no problem. I mean even after speaking to me, actually that if you had noticed, I told him that okay, another at least another 10 to 15 minutes I had told him, and after speaking to that man, I actually did my video for another 10 minutes after speaking to that man. But in fact while I was making the video itself, he actually came and sat on the on the desk right in front of me actually. So it was that no problem. I mean that even like way before I finished my video itself, he had already he had already taken his earphones, and that he was listening to his whatever, I don't know, pravachan or something on his phone. But that's it, guys. So what I wanted to tell you is, see, you need to have this simple common sense. Even when you talk to anyone, first make sure, okay, what are those people doing? Are they doing anything important? If you speak to them now, would you be disturbing them? Especially those people who are making online videos, or let's say making YouTube videos, or let's say doing some important meeting online, Zoom meeting, etc. You need to think before even speaking to that person. So this person, I mean, he was not the owner of the temple. He was not the committee member of the temple. He was just another normal person like me who had come to see the temple, and who had come to visit the Jain library. But just for that matter, just for coming and taking a look around inside the library, and even after knowing, even after seeing, and even after knowing that I'm making an important video, he still came and spoke to me while I was making the video. And to which honestly I also found it like a little bit weird. I found it very weird. But okay, I mean I just spoke back to him, like very calmly and politely, and that I did not want to be rude to him. Okay, like generally speaking, I don't like being rude to people. So I just like I also just like calmly and very politely, I just spoke to him and told him that okay, fine, sir, just maximum another 10 to 15 minutes. But yeah, I did feel a bit weird that while I'm making a video, why did he come and let speak to me? So exactly same thing, even like some of my relatives were asking me, hey, who was that man? Does he not have any common sense? While I'm making the video, how can he come and talk like that in between? So all I wanted to tell you is, if in that video that man had not come and spoken to me, this topic, learn to save your good karmas, this topic, I would have actually made it, I would have actually made it in that video itself. But because that man came and spoke to me, and like I got distracted, and like if I had tried to pause the video, I mean like that my entire video would be like it would be like cut off. It was not possible to pause the video, because like if I like click the camera button over here, you know that video will completely stop. And that already like I had done 20 minutes of video that time. And like once again to start from beginning, it would have been like too much of time consuming. So I just like that during that video itself, I just continued to speak to that person, and then I told him okay, 10 to 15 minutes, and then the remaining 10 minutes, you know I completed the video, and finally I uploaded it, so no problem. So this was not something serious, but yes. So next time, just keep in mind, especially especially for this man, if ever he's seeing my video, I'm sure he will understand that I'm sure he will understand that I'm saying this to him. Okay, if ever you see anyone doing some important work, especially online, let's say someone are like they're like having a meeting on Skype, or let's say doing some important video online, okay, using an electronic device, using a phone or whatever, to do some videos, please think 10 times before you go and speak to that person. Or if you really want to speak to that person, wait for that person to complete his video, and then go and speak to him or her. Okay, so that's it, guys. So now I'll be sorry to keep this long, but I just wanted to let all of you know about this. So anyway, no problem. So that second topic I'll be discussing now here itself. Learn to save your punya karma. Okay, now coming to the topic. Okay, all these talks about that person, and about this basic common sense. Okay, now it's over. Now coming straight to today's topic. What do I mean by learn to save your punya karma? What is punya karma? Punya karma are your good karmas, okay? The good deeds which you do, the good thoughts which you have, and the good speeches which you give from your mouth. All these will build up your punya karma. Now, if you want to save your punya karma, how to do it? Let me just explain this to you using some basic examples. Okay, let's say you're doing a job, or let's say you're like running a business, and every month you make a certain amount of money, and let's say in that money, definitely you will want to make savings. Now, why do you make savings? So that every month when you make savings, your savings will build up, and one day it will be a very large amount of money. Okay, so that every month whatever savings you do, one day it will all become a very big sum of money. And you can use that money for your later years. That is the reason we all do savings. Okay, so every month, whether you're doing a job, or let's say running a business, or like even actors and models, whenever we actors and models get our paychecks, in that amount, definitely certain amount we will keep it for our savings, and the rest we will use it for our daily expenses. So just like how we make savings for, the reason why we do savings, so that even our future, so that even our future in this life, will be financially secured, so that even in future, no matter whatever situation, no matter whatever circumstances, we will be financially secured. So for that reason, we do savings every month. So similarly, now how do we save our good karma? Okay, let's say you do lot of good karma, and you start to reap, okay, you start to reap the sweet fruits of your good karmas. Now, how to do it? So you have to what do you say, in Hindi we say bhog. Okay, you have to reduce the amount of bhog which you do. Now I'll tell you in Hindi, अगर आपको आपका पुण्य कर्म को बचाना चाहते हो, तो जो भी पुण्य से आपको फल मिला, उस फल में आपको आपका भोग को थोड़ा कम करना है. मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि मैं आपको बिल्कुल ये नहीं कहूँगा कि आपको कुछ भी चीज़ भोगना नहीं है. नहीं, आप प्लीज़ एंजॉय कीजिए, लाइफ को एंजॉय कीजिए. और क्या आपका पुण्य से जो भी आपको मिला है, बड़ा घर, स्वादिष्ट भोजन, अच्छा परिवार, अच्छे दोस्त, अच्छे लाइफस्टाइल, पुण्य के वजह से आपको जो भी मिला है इस दुनिया में, इस जीवन में, आप उसको सबको पूरा एंजॉय कीजिए. लेकिन एंजॉय करने के वक्त भी आप अपना भोग को थोड़ा कम कीजिए. मतलब इस लाइफ में, इस संसार का सुख में, ओके, in regards to enjoying the worldly pleasures, just reduce the enjoyment of your worldly pleasures little bit every time. मान लीजिए कि आपका पूर्व पुण्य के वजह से आपके पास ढेर सारा पैसा है इस जन्म में, और उस ढेर सारा पैसा में आपने आपका सेविंग्स के लिए भी कुछ अमाउंट रख भी लिया. तो बाकी जो बड़े अमाउंट है आपके पास, उस अमाउंट में भी आप आपका एक्सपेंसेस के लिए उस अमाउंट में आधा यूज़ कीजिए, और बाकी आधा आप गरीब लोगों को दान कीजिए. तो ऐसा करके आप अपना पुण्य को सेव कर रहे होंगे. ऐसा करके आप अपना पुण्य को अगले जन्म के लिए भी बचा रहे होंगे. ओके, सो लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल, you due to your good karmas, due to your punya karmas which you had done in your previous birth, let's say in this life you have the capacity, okay, due to your previous life's good karmas, let's say in this life you have the capacity to buy 10 new dresses every day. Okay, I'm giving an example. You have the capacity to buy 10 new dresses every day. But what you should do, okay fine, you buy 10 new dresses, 5 dresses keep for yourself, and the other 5 please donate it to the poor. Okay, let's say you have the capacity to buy 10 new dresses. You buy 10 new dresses, but rather than keeping all the 10 new dresses only for yourself, 5 dresses keep for yourself, and the other 5 give it to the poor and to the needy people. So by doing this, firstly you will be saving your good karma, and secondly by giving charity, by giving clothes to the poor and the needy, you will be earning more good karmas, which will be very beneficial for you even in your next life. And let's say even in terms of food, let's say one day, let's say you might have the capacity of spending 10,000 rupees in one restaurant. Okay, let's say you are a very wealthy person, and just in one day in one restaurant, okay, in one restaurant, or let's say in one hotel, you have the capacity of spending 10,000 rupees just on food, okay, just for your lunch, or maybe just for your dinner, or let's say just for your breakfast, you have the capacity to spend 10,000 rupees just for food. What I will tell you is, okay, you in that you spend 5,000 for yourself, and in that remaining 5,000 you pack some food and go and give it to the poor and the needy. And one more thing, guys, when I'm telling you this, instead of that, let's say, especially here in India and Mumbai and all, let's say there'll be like, on the road, lot of people, they will come to, they will come to our vehicles, and they will like, start to beg for money. Instead of giving them money directly, instead of directly giving them cash, it's better that we give them clothes and food directly. Because like, because lot of them, if you give them cash directly, they may like, use it on like, drinking alcohol, or like, they may like use it on certain drugs and all those things. And so like, let's say for example, you give money to someone with a good intention, but let's say if that person misuses that money, then even that person's bad karmas will affect you as well. Because okay, you might say that you gave out of empathy, you gave out of compassion, but if that person misuses the cash which you gave to him or her, then that sin will also come into your, that sin will also, that pap karma, that bad karma will also come and be accumulated in your karmic account, and that can give you bad result in your next life. So instead of giving the poor people cash directly, what I'll tell you is, either, okay, if you want to give them cash, if you are a very big business person, give them a job, and give them a job, and every month pay them salary, okay, pay them daily wages, or pay them salary, that you can do. But otherwise, let's say, all those people normally, like, whenever you go and stop at a traffic light, you will see many small children and even adults who will come and like, they will like come and try to beg for money from you at your car, or let's say like, at your whatever vehicle you're in. So what I will tell you is, to those people, instead of giving them only cash, it's better you give them food and clothes. So by this, because you'll be giving food and clothes, there is no way they can misuse these things. So by giving food and clothes, one, they will have good clothes to wear, and by giving them food, they will have good food to eat. And by doing this, you will be drastically increasing your good karmas, which will give you amazing and positive results in your next life. So yeah, now coming back to the point, okay, टॉपिक पे वापस आएंगे. तो जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया, तो ये भी एक तरीका है कैसे आपका पुण्य को बढ़ाकर आपका पुराना पुण्य को अगले जन्म के लिए भी आप बचा के रख सकते हैं. लेकिन बस सबसे मेन पॉइंट ये है कि अगर आपको आपका पुण्य को बचाना है, आप अपना भोग को, ये जो दुनिया को ये जो भोगना पसंद है, जैसे कि ढेर सारा खाना खाना, या फिर बढ़िया म्यूज़िक सुनना, जो भी इस संसार का सुख में, जो भी जितना भी आप भोग रहे हो, उस भोग में थोड़ा कम करो. ओके, आपका भोग को थोड़ा कम करो. मान लीजिए कि अगर आप एक बार 2 लार्ज पिज़्ज़ा खा सकते हो, तो आप सिर्फ एक पिज़्ज़ा खाओ, और दूसरा पिज़्ज़ा को आप किसी गरीब को दे दो. ऐसा भी कर सकते हो. तो आपने क्या किया, आपका कैपेसिटी था कि आप इतना भोग सकते थे, लेकिन आपने उनके बावजूद जितना आप भोग सकते थे, उससे थोड़ा कम आपने भोग लिया. तो जितना कम आप भोगेंगे, उतना ज़्यादा पुण्य कर्म आपको आपका कार्मिक अकाउंट में सेव होता जाएगा, और वो सारे पुण्य कर्म आपको आपका अगले जन्म में आपको काम आएगा. Okay, just to give you another example, let's say for example, okay, you're doing a job, you're working in a company, and you get monthly salary every month. Let's say for example, let's assume you get a salary of 1 lakh rupees every month. Okay, 1 lakh rupees every month. Now you will say, okay, see, I'm the one who is doing the job, and this is my salary. why should I save? So what if I spend the entire 1 lakh? Fine, yeah, you can spend the entire money. I mean after all it is your money. Because you're doing the job, and you are earning the money, you are earning your salary. So let's say in that 1 lakh, you want to spend that 1 lakh, you want to spend your entire salary for every month. So every month you want to spend your entire salary. You can do it. No one will stop you, and no one can stop you. But what will happen if you don't do savings? Let's say you're getting a salary of 1 lakh rupees, and every month you're like completely enjoying the entire 1 lakh rupees. So what will happen is, one day when you retire from your company, okay, I mean, of course, unlike the movie industry, and unlike the entertainment industry, where that those people who are doing corporate jobs, one or the other day you will have to resign. Okay, one or the other day, you will have to resign from your job. Okay. So except for certain professions, such as maybe teaching, and that college professors, and principal, etc. Rest all the other corporate jobs, after a certain period of time you will have to retire from the job. So let's say, while working, you never do any savings, and every month whatever salary you get, you are spending off your entire salary. What will happen is, the day you retire, you will be left with no savings, and then you will have to struggle for money. Okay, whom to ask now? And that oh no, that now what should I do for my living? Now how can I afford to buy things for my food, for my clothes, for my rent, for my shelter, etc., everything, for your daily needs. So then you will start to remember, oh काश, in Hindi we say काश हमें काम करने के वक्त थोड़ा सा सेविंग्स किया होता हर महीने, तो आज ये दिन देखना नहीं पड़ता. बहुत सारे लोगों के पास, मतलब बहुत सारे लोगों को ज़िंदगी में ऐसा भी हुआ है. जब वो जॉब कर रहा था, जब उनको बढ़िया सैलरी आ रहा था, बढ़िया पैकेज आ रहा था, उन्होंने हर महीने जितना भी उसको सैलरी मिल रहा था, उनका या उनकी पूरी सैलरी एंजॉय करके, मतलब लाइफ को एंजॉय कर रहा था. लेकिन अगर उन्होंने सेविंग्स किया होता, तो आज जब वो लोग रिटायर हो गए, तो जब आज वो लोग जो रिटायर हो गया है, आज उनको फाइनेंशियली कोई तकलीफ़ नहीं आती, अगर उन्होंने पहले दिन से थोड़ा सा सेविंग्स करना शुरू किया होता. तो वैसे ही जब आप अपना पुण्य के बारे में बात करते हो, बहुत सारे लोग पूछते हैं, जैन लोग में भी पूछते हैं, मैंने पिछले जन्म में बहुत सारे पुण्य किया है, इसलिए मैं इस जन्म में मैं बहुत अमीर माँ बाप के लिए पैदा हुआ हूँ. बिकॉज ऑफ माई गुड कर्मास, आई हैव बीन born in a very rich family in this birth. My parents, both my mom and dad, they're extremely rich financially. So why is it wrong for me to enjoy whatever I want in your life? See, I'm not telling don't enjoy life at all. Please, you should enjoy life. You should enjoy your life to the fullest. Go abroad, go to 5-star hotels, go to movies, whatever happiness is there, whatever tourist places are there in this world, visit them, travel the world, go to luxury hotels, travel in luxury planes, travel by sea on luxury cruise ships, etc. However you want, enjoy life. What I'm telling you is, in your daily life, in regards to, let's say those people who are like very rich, especially in your daily life, in regards to food and buying things, buying clothes, cosmetics, etc. What I'm trying to tell you is, just reduce the amount of bhog. Okay, in Hindi we say bhogna. Just reduce the amount of bhog to a certain extent, very little bit, reduce it. As I told you, you have the capacity to spend 10,000 rupees in just in one restaurant. So instead of using that 10,000 rupees all only for your food, at least spend 5,000 for yourself, And if not 5,000, okay, let's say you spend 7,000 for yourself. Let's say you spend 7,000 rupees just for your own lunch, breakfast or dinner. But the remaining 3,000, but in the remaining 3,000 rupees, please go pack some food and go and give it to the poor and the needy people. So this is what I'm telling you. See, see, you had the capacity to spend the 10,000 only for yourself, but yet you chose to spend only 7,000 for yourself, and at least in the remaining 3,000 you had the heart, you had the empathy to, you had the empathy in your heart to use the remaining 3,000 rupees to buy food for the poor and the needy people. So by doing this, by reducing the amount of bhog, and by helping the poor and the needy, not only will your previous birth's good karma be saved, but along with that savings, in this birth you will earn additional good karmas. And so basically, the punya karma which you did in your previous birth, that good karma plus the additional good karma which you will be earning in this birth, both of them together, they will give you amazing results in your next birth. So that is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, even like I have watched lot of Jain pravachans on the on the YouTube channel, and once there was one person giving a pravachan. He mentioned, even what did Lord Mahavir say? Lord Mahavir told that there is nothing wrong in being rich and there is nothing wrong to enjoy your life, but make sure along with you enjoying your life, you also help others to enjoy the life just like how you are enjoying your life. So what did Lord Mahavir say? अगर कोई बहुत अमीर आदमी है, कोई बहुत रईस आदमी है, और क्या अगर आप हर महीने नहीं, अगर आप हर दिन 10 से 20 नया कपड़े खरीदना चाहते हो, तो आप बेशक खरीदिए, लेकिन उस 20 नया कपड़े में अगर 15 कपड़े भी आप अपने लिए रखते हो, तो कम से कम बाकी का जो 5 कपड़े हैं, आप उस 5 कपड़े को किसी गरीब को दे दो, किसी गरीब को दे दीजिए. तो दिस इज हाउ, sorry guys, yeah, so this is how we should save our good karmas. So let's say for example, we buy the 20 dresses and we keep all the 20 dresses just for ourselves. So by this, what happens? The good karmas which we had done in our previous birth, we have just used that punya karma to enjoy for ourselves. And once that punya is completed, then what to do next? So like, so once your punya karma is over, until you do another good deed, and until you do another good deed, and until the good karma of that new good deed which you did comes into action, until then it will be a very, very long time, and in that very, very long period you will experience lot of difficulties in your life due to lack of good karmas. So as I told you, if you want to save your karmas, if you want to, let's say, all the rich people in this world, even in your next birth, if you want to be born in a very rich family again, learn to save your punya karmas. Just like how I told you, every month in your salary, okay, for example, you're earning 1 lakh rupees. Let's say in that 1 lakh rupees, every month you enjoy 80,000. But at the same time, every month you also save 20,000 rupees every month since the first day of your work, or since the first month of your work. And one day when you retire from your job, you will see that because every month you had saved 20,000 from your 1 lakh salary, though every month you enjoyed 80,000 rupees, but because since the first month of your job you had been saving 20,000 rupees every month, today when you retire, you have got all that savings for yourself, and you are still financially secured. So just like that. So instead of just completely enjoying of all your punya karmas in this birth itself, reduce the amount of pleasures. I'm not saying stop or completely eliminate the worldly pleasures. No, not at all. Enjoy this worldly life to the fullest. Okay, I repeat one more time. Enjoy your worldly life to the fullest and the way you want and the way you wish, for both men and women, everyone. Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is just reduce the amount of pleasures in your daily life. Okay, आपका जो हर दिन में जितना भी सांसारिक सुख को आप भोगते हो, जितना भी सांसारिक सुख को आप भोग रहे हो, उस भोग में आपका भोग को थोड़ा कम कीजिए। और जब आप अपना भोग को कम करते हो, तब आपका पूर्व का पुण्य कर्म आपका कार्मिक अकाउंट में सेव होते हैं, और फिर आपका वो सब आपको अगले जन्म में भी काम आएगा। So by reducing the amount of worldly pleasures, by reducing the amount of bhog in your daily life, you will be saving your previous birth's good karmas and earning good karmas additionally in this birth, and the good karmas which you had saved of your previous birth and the additional good karmas which you do in this birth, both of them together will give you amazing results in your next birth as well. So this is the message. Okay, so I'll end this video now. So अपना पुण्य को बचाना चाहते हो, बस आपका हर दिन आपका सांसारिक सुख में आपका सांसारिक सुख को भोगना थोड़ा कम करो। अपना भोग को मत रुकिए, डोंट स्टॉप योर एंजॉयमेंट, लेकिन आपका जो भोग है उस भोग में थोड़ा सा कम कीजिए, थोड़ा सा कम भोगिए। जितना आप भोग सकते हैं उससे थोड़ा कम भोगिए। तो ऐसा करके आप कम सांसारिक सुख को भोग कर आप आपका पुण्य कर्म को बचा रहे हो, जो आपको अगले जन्म में काम आएगा। तो बस यही मैसेज था इस वीडियो का। सो आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू गॉट माई पॉइंट। दिस इज वॉट आई मेंट बाय learn to save your punya karma, learn to save your good karmas. Okay, so just like how you save a certain amount of money from your salary every month, this is how, by reducing the amount of worldly pleasures in your daily life, this is how we can save our good karmas, this is how we can save our punya karmas in order to secure our future lives as well. Okay, in order to secure our future births as well. So I hope all of you understood my message clearly, and any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I will always read your comments and respond to you. So that's it, guys. And it is slightly raining outside. I mean, it is still the monsoon season. So I hope all of you I hope all of you are keeping safe and taking care of your health. Drink lot of hot water, avoid cool drinks, drink more hot water, and as compared to cold beverages, drink more hot beverages. And after monsoon, winter will come. So especially in monsoon and winter, avoid any type of cold beverages, and consume more of hot beverages. So that's it, guys. I hope you understood. I hope you understood this video, and the message of this video. So any questions, as I told you, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I will definitely respond to your questions. And that's it, guys. So very soon I will catch all of you in my next interesting video. So till then, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And for all those who are new to my channel, you're welcome to my channel. My channel's name is Samaysar Jain 4559, S caps, okay, S capital, SAMAYASAR space JAIN 4559. Okay, Samaysar Jain 4559. This is my YouTube channel. So all of you who are new to my channel, welcome to my channel, and please share my videos. Please share my videos around the world as much as possible, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. That's very important. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. and very soon I'll catch all of you with my next video. So till then, take care, God bless all of you, and take care. That's it. So now I'll go and have my evening dinner. Okay, my evening dinner, or you can say lunch I already had. So I want to avoid eating after sunset, because it is as a practicing Jain, I should learn to avoid eating after sunset. So now, like whatever the time is, I'll consider this as you can say a combination of lunch and dinner. Okay, so I'll go have my meals now. So all of you take care, and that's it. Whatever your thoughts are, as I told you, please feel free and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and how much you like this video. And in case if you did like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button as well. So that's it, guys, and my apologies if I've made this video too long, but please do watch it with patience. And that's it, guys. Take care. I'll see you soon. Jai Jinendra and Jai Siddhatma. Mahavir Bhagwan ki Jai Ho.